So you said like, a lot of distractions and stuff like that. How old were you when the smartphone started coming out? And because, nowadays.
Yeah, now I feel like I would have been a lot worse off if I would have been exposed in that way that easily from a young age, let's say junior high. I think the problem is that even at a young age, I'd still work to try and find these different ways. And in particular, something that I struggled with was pornography and things of lust. And so even when I was younger, I can't remember exactly the age, but probably even since junior high, for some reason, maybe just casual conversations with my friends at school about, pornography in general, and just being led astray, unfortunately, since a young age. So I can't imagine having it be just a click away
on the phone
at that age in particular.
And there's always that one kid who brings it to school in his backpack.
Yes.
And he shows it to everyone in the restroom.
Exactly. And so, yeah, I can't imagine how much worse off I would be. But, as I was starting to go through high school and in college, that definitely started to become more prevalent, especially because I felt that I wasn't being necessarily like validated in like relationships. And I think all hearts are always seeking intimacy. But I wasn't realizing that the only intimacy that I needed was with the Lord. And I, at the time, just was completely oblivious to it. And so I would seek very short-term gratification to just make me feel better in general. So, in college, that definitely started to get worse when it comes to lust overall. But I think I would always have certain boundaries, which is another reason why I was numb and going through the motions when I was at church. But there were certain just fundamental things in my heart that I feel like I can't do. And so I was like, okay, at least I'm not doing this, so it's okay. And so I think the devil since then would lie to me that, well, at least you're not doing X, Y, Z, right?
Yes, and you're comparing yourself to other people who are worse.
Exactly. And so, and I think that's how the enemy starts. Like I always think about my journey as if the devil would have given me a very cute puppy and just tell me, just feed it from time to time, but it'll be okay. You can control it, right? But little did I know that little puppy was going to turn into like a wolf one day that was just ready to consume me, right? And so in college, I also had moments where like I was starting to go back and know that I was running to the world, seeking comfort, but it just wasn't enough. And I felt like I was always needing more, right? I was definitely going more into partying and drinking alcohol. Marijuana use was starting to be prevalent as well. Thankfully, I didn't go much farther than marijuana, but that was definitely something that was there and present.
Did they have the vaping marijuana at that point? Not yet.
No, yeah. So the Lord was very gentle with me with not giving me too much at first. I think it was a very slow transition on those kinds of things. It was, if I was at a certain place and it was there, then I would do it socially, let's say.
Because everyone else is doing it.
Because everyone else is doing it. And at the same time, it is a good distraction from what's going on around me. So why not? When I don't necessarily have a real reason as to why I'm going to Mass and like, what does it mean to actually have a relationship with Jesus at that time? I had heard about it and I had seen it, and I had been to retreats too where I had felt something, but I didn't know what that meant, and it was just fleeting and it would go away. But yeah, it was, in college was an interesting time because there was moments where I would know that I needed to go back and at least look a little deeper as to what's going on here at Mass. And so there was a period when I started to go to adoration and go to Mass, but it was the mentality to receive rather than to give glory, right? So I think I still had a misconception of why am I coming here, right? And it was almost, again, like in a way, what's another Band-Aid I can put on this wound that I have?